Hello girls, gays, and non-binary babes. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about books that I would save in the event of a fire. So this is a really random prompt, but I feel like everybody's thought about this at least once, and I feel like it's good to know what you would grab if your house ever caught on fire. So I did make couple stipulations for this, if you will. The first one, or the only one really, is that all the books had to either be able to fit into a standard size tote bag, or you had to be able to carry them like in your arms while you run out of your house from the fire. So I succeeded in that. We've got all the books here that I will be saving, and I'm excited to talk about them. So without any further ado, let's get into it. The first book here will come as no surprise to anybody if you've been watching my channel for a long time, and that book is Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance by Ruth M. Lang. I just love this book. It's just so comforting to me, and so I think if my house ever burned down, I would want something to comfort me. And I've read this story a million times. I adore it, and I just think it would feel refreshing, especially if my house had just burned down. So I will be saving this one, and yeah, this is the first one I will be grabbing, absolutely. Also, I'm not really gonna give a synopsis of any of these books because either they're pretty well known, or that's just not what this video is about. It's more about just what books am I saving and why. So yeah, no synopsis, sorry, but Goodreads and Google are right there, so yeah. Anyway, next up we have Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I would say this is my favorite classic. It's definitely top 2 between this and Pride and Prejudice, but I wouldn't save Pride and Prejudice because the copy that I have of that is $7. Fairly easy to replace. This one is a little different. I have annotated this to high hell, and this was the copy that I read in high school. And so I have all of my like high school annotations in here, and it's just really sentimental to me, and I absolutely adore this book and the story. It is, like I said, one of my favorite classics. So yeah, I will be saving this one just because of all the annotations that I will never be able to get back if it ever burned in a fire. Next up we have If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. I'm saving this one because I think it's really hard to get this cover nowadays, and I'm just not as big a fan of the other one as I am of this one, but also because I love this book and I feel like I would definitely want to reread it in a short period of time. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but my time between rereads of this is shorter. So it's likely to come up that I'd be like, I want to reread If We Were Villains, and I'd want to have it on hand. So I'm saving this from the fire because it's beautiful and I love it, and maybe sometimes I would just need a thriller to distract me from my life with no house. So yeah, I'm saving If We Were Villains. Next up we have 2 books. They are a duology, and those are The Midnight Lie and The Hollow Heart by Maria Rakowski. I'm saving these because, one, this is the UK cover, and it's the only one that matches the original cover, and I feel like it's just a lot of work to have to rebuy it from the UK, wait for it to ship. It might be more, they might not even have it, and I really love the story also. It's light and I really enjoy reading it, so I just feel like I'd really want to save these. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you're good. Okay, hi. You're gonna lay in my lap. Oh, that lovely. Thank you. Okay. So anyway, yes, I will be saving The Midnight Lie and The Hollow Heart from my hypothetical fire. Do you mind? So the next book that I have is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh. This one I will be saving for a very practical reason. You see, I think that if my house burned down, I'd be very depressed. Well, I don't think that, I know that. And this is a really good book to read when you're depressed. It kind of feels like, it's like listening to a sad song when you're sad, you know? So I feel like I'd want to read this and just be in my feels and, you know, kind of let a little anger out. So I'm saving My Year of Rest and Relaxation because I feel like it would comfort me. Really. I feel like it would comfort me, but also it's just really good and I would want to reread it soon. So yeah. The next book I would save is A Dowry of Blood by, or just, oh no, it is A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. I'm saving this for a couple reasons. One, I think it makes sense that maybe I would eventually be in the mood for a romance, kind of smutty type story, and I would want to have this on hand. Also, if I'm in the mood for something gothic, dark, whatever, good to have on hand, right? But also, this cover, I think it's out of print now, and the new cover is awful. So I don't want to pay like 50 bucks for a new copy of this if it burned in a fire. So I'm saving this because it's beautiful. I hate the new cover. Love this cover. And it just makes sense. Next, we have kind of something similar, but that is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. So my reasoning behind this one is this copy of this book I got when I was in Amsterdam, so it has a lot of memories attached to it, but also this cover is the UK cover, the European cover, I don't know what to call it, the other cover. There's like US and then everybody else, and this is not the US one. Is the US one prettier? Yes, but I just like being able to be like, I bought this in Amsterdam. So yeah. Also, it's really long, so I feel like it'd keep me distracted for a while if I were to read it after my house burned down. I need something to distract me, and I think a nice long book would really do that and keep me entertained for a little while. So I will be saving The Starless Sea for that reason. Also, just because it's a really good book and I really enjoy it. So yeah. And the final book that I am saving from this hypothetical house fire is Nosferatu by Joe Hill. One, because it's another big fat book. It's also kind of dense, so it would keep me engaged and really into it, again, to distract myself. But also because it's the only book I've gotten signed in person, so yeah, I would want to keep it. I wouldn't lose the memory, but I want to have this book forever. So yeah, I actually got this signed when I was at BookCon, and yeah, still not my only signed book, but my only book that I got signed in person. So yeah, really good book actually, but yeah, I would definitely just save this one because it's very sentimental to me. And that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a bit of a fun one this week because I'm still working on moving everything into my new house. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I know I certainly did. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.